Alright, we're gonna finish off What Remains of Edith. I forgot the name of the game for a second. We're gonna finish off What Remains of Edith. No, I didn't mean to. I didn't hit the move button. I just turned around and looked and it automatically went through the door. So we're walking through the attic. We got the air conditioning ducts. Why are there windows?
My mom and Edie got really close.
Why are there
they
windows?
Both lost a lot.
This is not a living space. Why are there windows here? Just strange house design. Have windows on the roof like that. Oh, there's a attic fan. I say strange house design. There's a whole like tower treehouse thing hanging off one side of the house. So yeah. What is this? Is this like is this one of those old little like video game cabinet things? I can't read it. Finch control. They wrote over whatever it originally said. Is this like an old like they used to have like single game consoles. I can't tell if that's what it is though, or if it's just like a little. It's three-dimensional inside, so it's like a planet rotation thing. I don't know what that is. It's got an army truck and crayons, 3D goggles. I don't know what that is. Now we're in a room. It's just, oh, this is a weird house. It's a weird house. Because you've got a room here. The game is doing that thing where, like, if you just look at a door, you automatically go through it without actually hitting the move button or the move stick. So we're in a baby's room. And it's open to this whole unfinished attic segment there. That's odd. Who built this house? Oh yes, Sven built it. The clouds haven't moved through the course of the whole game. The clouds still make that little bracket of the moon glow there. Weird thing is those clouds on the right are moving. Ah, there's two layers of clouds. There's a front layer that's moving. And a back layer that's not. Parallax scrolling. We got the baby wrote a diary? Smart baby. Gregory.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet.
Okay, Gus. We got two different baby diaries here.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Alright, so that was a neat little gimmick where the poem is a scroll, and then it turns into the scroll that holds a kite string. Oh, do I have to knock the words? I'm knocking the word. Oh, this is neat. This reminds me of that flower game on PS3, where you like accumulate the flower petals. So I'm flying a kite and I gotta accumulate all the letters off the poetry. How far left can I go? Okay. Oh, I can hit that thing, but we're still flying. Okay, we got a totem pole. Can't go any higher. There's no more vertical. Okay, both sticks do the same thing. I can't reel it in. All I can do is steer. If I hit something, no problem. We got a wedding. We hit you, brot. Ga in a ya. Alright, we got a kite trail of letters. Let's get the other letters. That's like backwards and she hasn't said it yet. I can't tell what it reads. Oh, I gotta spin it.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Okay, this is Gus flying a kite.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now
remembered.
pronounce you husband and wife.
Um,
You may kiss the bride.
so we got a kid that doesn't want a new mom. Now what? Well, what would you like me to do now? Crash into the wedding? No. Whoa, what happened up there? Whoa, what is all this?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Naughty children. Gus does not want to take part in the wedding, doesn't want a new mom. Let's spin these letters around.
Wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Alright, go inside the tent. Where's the tent? Over... I haven't seen a tent. Oh, there's the tent. Oh, there's the tent. Now what? Can't bop the humans. Oh, there's some letters. Oh, oh.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Nope, that's not doing it. Alright, now what? Find more letters. There's some letters.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I wish that... Oh! We did it. We blew up the tent. Suck it, wedding.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh, we got a wall climb. Oh, we got a wall climb. That might go up to a new area. We've still got another... There's one of the sealed doors. House rules: no playing outside without permission, no answering door for strangers, no messes after dark. All chores before dark, respect others. Okay. He had a little red mohawk. Bad attitude. Well, what does it say? There's a little pentagram, but it's weird. I thought it said Pantera at first. Does it say anarchy? Anarch? Monarch? Anarch? Okay. Alright, what's this kid's deal? Divorce contract.
Dear Kay,
Who puts that in their
do you
child's
remember the way
crib?
Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Nope. What?
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Alright, we're a baby in the bath. With a... Is that pee over there?
Bath time's over, Gregory. It's time to...
No, bath time's not over. Bath time is not over.
Hello? Sam, I told
We gotta
you I-
knock all the letters off the wall.
I wonder what he saw.
We gotta knock the letters off. That's one of the trophies. Knock the letters off the bath.
What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Now just let me knock the letters off. Come on.
Whatever it was, he saw.
It's really fiddly trying to control this little frog, so it's hard to knock the letters off. I see some writing on the side of the bath, but I can't knock this G off. Something keeps knocking me way high and I don't know what it is. It's making this very difficult. It's like something is forcing... Ah, there we go. We got all the letters. Yep, there it is. Gregory. Okay, we got the trophy. Now we can try to actually solve the level. What are we supposed to do for the level? I see letters over here, but they're not lighting up.
It sure made him happy.
Oh. Alright, we knocked the whale. The whale is kicking his little flippers. I don't know what to do now. Oh! We gotta bounce off the whale and get up on the shelf. It's really hard to control this frog though. It's very fiddly and
I know how silly it sounds.
Alright, we got the, what's that, bubble bath?
That I worried about a baby being too happy.
Bubble bath.
But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh, I'm still in control of the frog. Okay, I can't get out.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
Okay, I'm a frog now. Swimming. Can't go to the surface.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
So, did he drown because she closed the shower door and the water can't get out?
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Alright, we're running out of people. We still got Milton, Lewis, and Dawn and Sanjay. Sanjay's a separate leaf off to the side. Is he somebody's boyfriend or something? Or maybe a marriage that didn't have any kids, I guess. So I think Lewis is the guy that worked at the canning plant and Milton is the missing kid. I don't know who Dawn is. So the two people we knew about from the very beginning are the ones we still don't know what happened to them. Let's try going up the climbing wall.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At
Oh,
the
is that-
time, it was as far away as she could get.
Is that your mom, the name? I'm so bad with names. The one woman we haven't done yet. Dawn, yeah, okay. So our mom is the one we haven't done yet as far as the woman. She's got a Bible. Oh, yep, Dawn and Sanjay.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Well, why isn't he part of the tree if he's your dad? Like he's a leaf off to the side by himself. It's an old-timey computer. $1987, yeah, I guess that would be an old-timey computer.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Well, we've got a way to get out further up into the house. Let's check the Bible first, though.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Okay, so I guess that's not going to be her character book. Oh. That slides down. Okay, we got a barber pole sliding down. Can I hit the punching bag? No.
Lewis was born a year later.
Who's Lewis? Wait, was Lewis the one that works at the canning? I'm telling you, I cannot remember names. I'm so bad with names. Oh, we could go. No, we can't go down.
When my
Okay.
dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Yeah, Lewis must be the one that works at the canning factory.
And to see kids in the house again.
Lewis has herbs. Edith has, I don't know what those are. And Milton's got nasty buckets. There's little people on this one. Little action figures. Oh, Dawn has a bunch of little pots. Okay. Rooftop garden.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Alright, the house has its own classroom. That's kind of weird. Homeschooling, but like really being serious about it, I guess.
But it didn't last.
Somebody did a presentation on the curse of the family. More modern with the computer now, but can't use it. Oh, she wrote her own book.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Well, that's closed off.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
And he's got a poster of weed and some blacklight stuff. Neon. Okay. So his room is like inside a boat. Alright, well before we do this, okay, I got sidetracked. Let's go back. Let's go back to the obvious thing it was signposting us to do first. Looks like an observatory.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Okay, so we have looked through all the peepholes now. Just got a trophy. Trees moon. Meh. Model City. It's got slides. That reminds me of Uncle Sven's dragon slides. And he does a lot of drawings of cities.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
That really reminds me. That really reminds me of that one PS3 game, where you splatter paintballs on the world. Is this the same company that made the game? Wait, is this the same company? Because that really looks like that game. What's it called? Like the gameplay of the game is you splatter paintballs on the world to make it visible. And it was like an all-white world, and you splatter black paint to make... Is this game made by the same team that made that game? I can't remember what it's called, but it was a PS3 game. There was a kid trying to find his mother, I think. Oh, what was that paint splattering game called? I have to look it up. It's going to drive me crazy. I got to know if it's the same. Just excuse me for a moment while I grab my phone. All right. PS3 paint splatter game. The Unfinished Swan. The Unfinished Swan. Now hold on, The Unfinished Swan. It listed several developers, so I didn't want to like go looking through each one. Unfinished Swan. Unfinished Swan, Edith Finch. Yes, apparently it was the same developer. It apparently was the same developer. Oh, yeah, this is an Easter egg. It's not just a hint, it's an actual Easter egg. What Remains of Edith Finch developer confirms the Unfinished Swan Easter egg is canon. Yeah, returns the family, bloodline, Unfinished Swan. So was this the kid from that game? Oh, Milton is the king from Unfinished Swan. He is not the protagonist. Milton was the king from Unfinished Swan. I don't really remember the king. I remember the kid and his mother. Wow. Okay. I'm glad I noticed that. So there's a little bit of lore for you. That is an intentional canon reference to the Unfinished Swan. And I'm trying to find my glasses now because I took them off to look at my phone. Alright. Alright, the unfinished swan. We found the unfinished swan room. Great. I didn't even realize this was by the same people. Made this game. Excuse me, hiccups. I don't remember if that's... I don't really remember that character there. That doesn't look familiar to me, but that might be... That might be from that game. Go on, grab the... Oh, wow, she can really climb. She can really climb well. That's better than I can climb a rope, and she's like a pregnant girl. That's kind of impressive. The magic paintbrush.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Okay. Oh, is this a flip book? Hold on. Let's see. Hold R2 and then sideways? Yeah. Alright, so Milton is painting himself a portal. He's going to go through it like it's Looney Tunes. And then he goes to become the king of the painted world from the other game. Well, now I'm tempted to play that game next.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
They put the crown on him. He is the king. They put the crown on him. Well, so that's why he disappeared then. Because he went to a different game. I am tempted to play that game next now. I kind of always wanted to play it again. It's a very interesting... It's got very interesting game mechanics. Ooh, this reminds me of a painting I did. This reminds me of a painting that I did. Except it wasn't black and white. I had a sunset. I had a very vibrant, colorful sunset, and then silhouettes of trees in front, like it was, you know, because you're on the side where the sun was away from you. Trees were all black. Anyway, that's just neither here nor there. But so we got a couple of painters in the family. We're in an observatory. It might be... Here's the paint splatters on the wall. There were different colors of paint in that game that did things. I don't remember what blue did. Like there was one paint that would make the plants grow. There were different paints in that game. The Unfinished Swan. We might have to play that next. How do I get back? Yellow footprints. How do I get back down? It's not letting me. Oh, there it is.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
We didn't really get a...
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
We didn't get a mission for him, but that must be it, because we did get his picture filled in on the family tree. So that must be it for Milton. So you only play as
Mom
about
definitely
half...
blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
About half the characters you actually play as. The rest are just kind of quick little
After
vignettes.
he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Yep, the guy with the job at the camp. Oh. Okay, this is dead end, I guess. Broken stairs to nowhere. It's a boathouse, but it's a boathouse on an actual house. It's not usually how you do a
Lewis's
boat.
room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we got a hookah. We got a hookah and a video game controller. And a video game console that doesn't look like any I've ever seen, but it's called a Wonderland, and it's got a picture of a swan. So I guess they're referencing the Wonder Swan. It's got a VH. Oh! Those are PS1 memory cards. Kind of similar in structure to a PS1. He's got his own fridge. He's got a diploma high school. Yep, he's got a black light and some posters. He's got Castle Dracula. He's been playing Castlevania on his PS1. He's got legalized marijuana. What does that say? The Theodore's Quality Cigars. Oh, he's got his little prep table here with his grinder and his whatnots. I don't know what all the terms for all this stuff is. Bottle opener. Lots of VHS tapes. A few CDs. A 2-screen setup for his computer. Back then, that's really advanced. More weed paraphernalia. Oh, he's got one of those WASD computer keyboards. It's a gamer keyboard. He's a gamer. Look at this first.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Psh, loser. Yeah, okay.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
Oh, sorry.
But he withdrew part of himself.
God. Oh, God. Yeah, here we go. Oh, God.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
His mind began to what? Give me another fish. I'm good at this. Give me another fish. Just give me another fish. I'm good at it. No, give me a fish. I'm not going to put my hand in the chopper. Look, game, I'm not going to... No, I'm not going to... Give me another fish. It won't let me put my hand in the chopper anyway. What do you want me to do? There's nothing else for me to do, game. What? Oh. Okay. The left stick is controlling a little wizard in my imagination. And the right stick is controlling my hand in real life. I am... This... Oh, wow. See, it wants me to not pay attention to my real hand, so that I cut my hand off, but I'm going to pay attention to my real hand and more than I pay attention to the game.
I asked him to describe it.
I'm playing a
He
roguelike.
started small,
In my mind.
imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
This is so neat. This is so good. This is good. This is gameplay right here. This is gameplay.
Then something moved.
I am
Bats.
playing 2 games at once. Action buttons still don't do anything.
And toads.
So I don't think I have an attack. Look, I don't want to lose my job. I gotta pay attention to the fish. I gotta pay attention to the fish right now.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Why is there a fish in the world? Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool.
But he took it very seriously.
This is good stuff.
I had
This-
hoped he'd find himself.
Oh, this is so good.
But he found something more.
2 game. Oh, it's 3D now. 2 games at
I
once.
worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Hi, doggy. Still don't have any action buttons.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Well, I don't have an action button, so I can't really do anything to build it.
Then he made musicians.
Where'd my doggy go? Doggy? Don't be stuck in the house. There we go.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Of course,
He no longer spoke at the cannery.
the fish motif showing up in his imagination too. The beheaded
But his
fish.
chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him.
Nothing's gonna strike me
All
now.
the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination,
No.
so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Okay, it's getting to where I can't really see what I'm doing in the real world anymore much. But we're going
Conquer a
exploring.
city, then immediately push on.
So he's playing Civilization in his head.
New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis, there's already one of those.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
I'm
Until
not
one
gonna
day
cut
he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Minneapolis. What does that have to do with
Even as his mother pleaded with him,
Lewis?
part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Get out of the way, Mom. I gotta play my game. Go away, Mom. I'm playing video games in my head.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Well, I don't know which one to pick.
handsome queen.
What's that colors doing?
The
That was
queen was on
strange.
her own quest for
Why am I picking my own adventure? The Queen wants sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
Oh dear.
He followed the sound of her
Electric sitar, of course.
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Yeah, that was some good music there.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Okay, now I can't see the chopper.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Too many fish. It's gonna make me cut my hand off.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Oh, I thought I was gonna grab the fish on my hand. That would have been really awesome, game. In the next patch, make it to where I reach my hand up and grab that fish and move it over and chop its head off.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
He'd become a god.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
No, it's
And then
fine.
it struck him
We're good. Nope.
that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon,
Stop.
but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Stop saying that things keep striking me. Nothing's gonna strike me.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Why is there a tiny little door in the middle of the big doors? Because, okay, well, now all of a sudden we're not, I guess I'm not going to chop my hand off. I thought I was gonna. But now I'm just in the locker room and we're not chopping anymore. Why does that look like blood? Is that fish blood? Do fish have red blood? Why are his same posters in here? He's got the same posters. Oh, he's got a Nintendo something. Little portable system.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
I'm walking up on myself. I'm walking up behind myself. Talk about fantasy world. Dude, you're not actually grabbing any fish.
I still thought I could save him.
Wait, was I supposed to do something to him? It's too late, I can't go back down.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
So is he actually... He's actually walking up the conveyor belt to what? Is he gonna get canned?
The palace would be packed with his companions.
He's gonna get stuffed. He's gonna get stuffed in a fish can. Hey there, guys. I can't get off the conveyor belt. None of you have faces.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh God. You think I don't see that? You think I don't see that? It's really loud right now, right? Do you think I don't see that? I don't know if you can even hear me over the music, but do you think that I don't see that guillotine up there? Because I'm in the fish cannery and I'm about to stick my own head in the fish head chopper. I'm gonna chop my... I thought I was gonna chop my hand off, not my head. Jesus, game. Well, this is obvious now.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So Sanjay, Sven, and Kay are the only ones that we haven't, like... Wait, wasn't Sven the guy that built the house? We've seen his story. He's not filled in on the thing, though. Is that the end of the game? There must be something else. We still haven't gotten up into the highest part of the house. The weird upwards buildings.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Happy 90th birthday. What are all... I don't know what those are. They're little hourglass, round hourglass shaped pink things. I don't know what those are. Oh, it's... Oh, wow, I thought they were in the photograph, but they're packing peanuts around the photograph. I was about to say they look like packing peanuts, but they were in the photograph all over the... Yeah. They're not in the photograph, they're just packing peanuts around the photograph. Okay. That messed with my head. I didn't grok the
What
3
happened that night had been
dimensions.
coming for a long time.
I didn't get that it was 3-dimensional. I thought it was in the
Maybe I
photo.
should have come sooner.
Oh, is this my room finally? It says Edith on the wall. We got a kite.
But it had to end one way or another.
So I'm finally getting to my
All that's
room.
left now was to tell you about that last night.
Getting to my room. That's the end of the game. Oh wow. I got a Buzz Lightyear. And lots of blank books? Why so many blank books? Am I writing my own books? Are these diaries? This is the first time we've seen all these blank books. We do drawing. Maybe they're art books. We do drawing and we do origami. Here's my own book. Is it actually going to do anything, or when I open it, is it just going to be like, that's the end of the game? You're not allowed to know yourself. You know how like these kind of games like to do something ambiguous and not give you a definitive ending. Oh, it's a pen, a quill pen. What am... Okay. Thought she was about to stab herself with it. But we're gonna write.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
I want to listen to the grown-ups argue. What? Is the old lady staying behind in the house by herself? Present in the hallway. Well, there's a candle. This is all dark.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
What other entrance? How come we're just now finding this? We were here
Or
earlier.
Edie had a key to it.
We were here earlier. Why didn't we do this earlier? What's in the library? Oh, it's getting I'm getting really tense. It's letting me go in here. After all this time, see, you foreshadow. I'm shorter now. I was not fully grown when this happened.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
It's not the house that's cursed, it's the family plunder box. Store your shit, perfect for stacking.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Oh no. We're leaving you and putting you in a home? Mom. That's no good, Mom. Oh, I can't go onto the bed. Somebody's got their own little bed in the library, huh? Grandma's book.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Ooh, the tide went out. Are we gonna get to explore the old house? Before? Let me see my... Is this Grandma's silhouette? Is she wearing a space helmet? Or just a really round hairdo?
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
No, I didn't. I know exactly where it is. Game, don't lie and say I don't know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I am going straight.
I turned around.
No, I didn't. It's right here in front of me. Just gotta get around this rock. The thing about video games is I know I'm still facing the same direction because I haven't moved the right stick.
For a while, I wandered.
Okay, the game just made me turn a little bit. So maybe...
I started seeing things.
Hey there, elk. Elk or deer or whatever.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Yeah, even the house sank, there's still a gate leading to it.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
What? Oh, okay, I'm in the car.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Yeah, she does just have a big round head.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
What happened to Edie? Where did she
We
go?
both tried to make the best of it.
She went to the old house. She went to the old house. Oh, I can move my hand up and down.
A few years went by.
I can move the dandelion and make letters come off, just back and forth.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
Mom,
The
you
rest
just...
happened pretty quickly.
Mom, I was gonna spell it all out and you coughed my letters away. Oh, okay, I'm
She got
controlling the
better for a
hand.
while, and then she didn't.
Okay, I always have these things over my wrists. I'm starting to
I
feel
was
like that's
alone.
hiding something. But maybe it's just a character
The last Finch
thing.
left alive. Until I found out about you.
What?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Oh my god, am I being born?
I just want to meet you.
Am I being born?
And
Oh
tell
my
you all
god.
these stories myself.
I thought this was Grandma underwater at the old house. But I'm being shot out of a...
But I guess if
being
you're reading this now,
I'm being shot out of a hoo-ha.
things didn't work out that way.
I'm gonna just squirt right out of a hoo-ha here.
This is where your story begins.
Great, I'm a
I'm
Finch.
sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What? Okay, first of all... So yeah. First of all, 18 years old. Second of all, don't put that on me and make me be a Finch. I don't want to be a Finch. I don't want to be a Finch. No. It never actually said what killed her though, right? Like, she went to the old house and she explored the old house. But everything was okay. I got the trophy for beating it. But, see, yeah, what happened to Grandma? And what happened to both of the Ediths? We don't know what happened to either one of them. Grandma just disappeared. My hunch is she went to the old house. She went to try to go back to the old house in the water. What happened to young Edith? She's pregnant. She comes to the old house, and then it like skips ahead and on being born and she's dead. And now I'm a Finch. Now I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die as some kind of weird thing. And I'm gonna have to write a book. Thanks, Johan. What? Yep. We saw Johan on the thing. So I don't... I think there's only one trophy I don't have yet because you have to replay a chapter to get it. So that was... That was really good. I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with this experience, even though it's not the greatest game, but it's a pretty awesome, what do you call these? Walking simulators. Like it does have some actual gameplay, like when you're swinging the crutch around, and when you're the hawk hunting rabbits. I'm very happy with this, but I'm glad I didn't, like, you know, pay a lot of money for it since it's short and there's not much to it. But, like, what there is it was really good, and it's like, it leaves you wanting more. I want to know what happened to the Ediths. Specifically. We don't even know if the old one's dead. The old one might still be alive, living out on the old house. I mean, that light keeps flashing a decade later. The light is still flashing a decade later, so no, she was only like 5 months. For a second there, I thought maybe she came to the house to give birth. But she was only like 5 months pregnant, so that wouldn't be a good idea. Okay, now for some reason there's an achievement for playing Calvin's story again. So let's just go ahead and do that right now. I might play the whole thing again just to see if anything changes. But I don't think it's going to. So, like, yeah, let's get this achievement, and that'll probably be the end of this. But if something else turns out to be different, maybe I'll have another playthrough, but I think this is going to be it.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
So it seems the same.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. That's the day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Okay. I don't know why there's an achievement for doing it again. Nothing changed. I mean, is it just the idea that it's like, it's a loop, and then we did a loop around, like we went around again? Is that what it was? But anyway, so that's probably the end of this. I don't think it's going to really put anything new or different in a replay, I don't think.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
So I think we're done with Edith Finch. I think, probably. I'll put another video at the end if anything new happens in a playthrough, because I'm kind of tempted to just do a quick... I'll probably just record a quick kind of a speed run-ish, now that I know what to do. See if anything's different. Probably won't be. So this is probably the end. We got all the achievements. We got all the stories. And we know what happened pretty much to everybody except for either of the Ediths. Did this one die in childbirth? Did she die giving birth? Is that... Because it was certainly not long after. And the old Edith died when they wanted to put her in a home. She might have gone out to the old house. We don't know. She went out there once during low tide. She might have gone again during the low tide of her life. Or something.